podcast will focus on the discussion of the Philippines' net neutrality as of the present time. I'm your host, Andrea Trinidad, and we have our set of panelists that will open the topic and further elaborate the significance of this issue to our country. We have Maru Alerta and Marvin Tantoco on the phone who will serve as our basis for facts and information needed for this talk. Our first speaker, Maru Alerta, if you may please begin the discussion.
It is actually stated in RA number 10929, or the Free Internet Access in Public Places Act, that it is a state policy to promote an environment for the development of structures that would ensure the availability and accessibility to reliable and secure internet access that is suitable to the needs and aspirations of the nation. So, a limitless access to internet service was upheld to promote knowledge building among citizens and enable them to participate and compete in the evolving information and communication age. Also, in RA number 10844, the law that established the Department of Information and Communications Technology states the need to foster an ICT sector policy environment that will promote a broad market-led development of the ICT and ICT-enabled services, or the ICTES sectors, a level playing field, partnership between the public and private sectors, strategic alliance with foreign investors, and balanced investments between high growth and economically depressed areas, and to ensure consumer protection and welfare, data privacy and security, foster competition, and the growth of the ICT sector.
Do you have anything to add to this, Maru? Marvin?
Pleasant day to you and to our listeners. I would like to begin by introducing myself. I am Marvin Tantoco, as mentioned, the spokesperson of PLDT. Net neutrality, according to Hilroy and Angeli on 2011, this is the principle that governments should mandate internet service providers to treat all data on the internet the same and not to discriminate or charge differently by user, content, website, platform, application, type of attached equipment, or method of communication. Basically, net neutrality is what the internet started as, and now it is supposed to stay as it is. People expect freedom with their maneuvering around the web, and for this to be taken away from them isn't a light subject. This issue has been widely affecting worldwide internet use. For instance, in the United States of America, Federal Communications Commission, or FCC, has limited its country's liberal utilization of one of the most sufficient resource medium, the Internet. This has caused a nationwide uproar, gaining a variety of negative reactions and comments concerning the act. This alone shows how much of an impact net neutrality has. Taking in mind the vast use of the Internet in the Philippines, it is agreeable to uphold a net neutrality law. It is an option to either have written rules about this or based on how other prevailing countries handle net neutrality. The latter choice would be preferable for the country, since there are already state policies in recent legislative enactments.
This is an insightful question to our countrymen, the mass, for what they think about this issue. For this, we invited three ordinary Filipino citizens that would like to share their thoughts. Please go ahead and introduce yourselves, starting with you, ma'am.
My name is Karen Lopez, and I'm currently in my third year in college.
Good day, my name is Sij Buena. I am a mother of 3 children and a housewife.
So, good day to all of you. Now, concerning the topic, what can you say about net neutrality and the country's lack of laws to specifically assert this? Karen Lopez, as a student, what are your thoughts about
As a
this?
college student, I can say that net neutrality is important to me. I use the internet almost all the time for my studies, connecting with my peers and whatnot. Net neutrality speaks of the free access of the internet, so I do believe that net neutrality is important to our country and the law should be made for this.
So, how about you, Sij Buena? You're a mother of 3 what? As you've said. Okay. So, how about you, Sij Buena? As you've said, you're a mother of 3. What do you have to say on this concerning your children and your stand?
I have 3 children. The first one is in college, the second is in high school, and the third one is in elementary. Considering these 3 children of mine, I believe that our country is in need of net neutrality so that not only mothers like me but also their children will be aware of their rights with regards to the internet. I believe that this topic should be discussed among people so that they will be aware of this issue. I think that net neutrality should be asserted in our country.
I agree with you, Mrs. Tabuena. I believe that net neutrality is a topic worth focusing on since most of the Filipinos depend on the internet. Assuring the safety of net neutrality is beneficial for us students.
I care for my children's future much like Karen's. A student's life revolves around the internet after all.
So, thank you for sharing your thoughts. We will have a short break and then we will be right back with our last guest. And now we're back with our last guest, Mauro Del Rosario. So, Mauro, as a worker, what is your insight about this issue?
So, as a worker in the Philippines, I believe that it is important to us to know about net neutrality because everyone who uses the internet should be aware of what it means for net neutrality to be taken away from us. It can be seen from the different ISPs and different internet service providers around the Philippines, and it affects us in our everyday lives and how we pay for the service that we will use.
Question for all three of you. Is it time for the Philippines to uphold a law for net neutrality? Mauro Del Rosario, if you'd like to go first.
So, net neutrality should have a law regarding that because net neutrality is important for us Filipinos and that it should be regulated not only by the internet service providers but also by the government so that it will have a fair use policy. That's all the time I can give for this. Thank you again.
And now we're back for another break. So, Karen Lopez, if you may.
I agree with having a law for net neutrality since, as I've mentioned a while ago, the Filipinos depend on the internet so much since it is a technology age. I believe that a law for net neutrality would surely assure the country of free access to the internet.
Finally, Sisto Buena.
I believe that Philippines should uphold the law with regards to net neutrality so that people can be aware of their rights, especially now that more people are into the technology.
So, contributions to this timely issue which is net neutrality in the Philippines.